Good evening, I'm Asha Tomlinson. Tonight, it was down to the wire, but the Canadian women's soccer team has proven they're the best in the world.
To win it for Canada!
The key moments and the long-awaited celebration.
I have no words. I'm just so proud of this team.
Plus, is this a new era for women's soccer in Canada?
If a gold medal and 3 Olympic medals doesn't do that, nothing will. I think it's time for Canada to step up.
The renewed push for a professional women's league. In the middle of a fast-moving BC wildfire, a plea to listen to evacuation orders.
No property is worth risking lives.
And tough conversations for trying times.
I've had some people get a little sensitive to it, like, you gotta stop bringing that up.
So can you ask if someone is vaccinated? The experts weigh in.
We're now going to find ways to have conversations around our vaccine status.
This is The National. We begin tonight with an historic day for Team Canada at the Tokyo Olympics, as Canadian athletes won medals of all colors and all within hours of each other. From bronze and silver on the track to the long-dreamed-of gold on the pitch. Canada's women's soccer team came to Tokyo as underdogs, but they came to conquer. And today, they did, finally erasing the pain of their near miss in London 2012. Here's Thomas Digg on how they pulled it off and who led the way.
She's led them to victory before, but even for stalwart Christine Sinclair, this was a first. Wearing Canadian red on the grandest Olympic stage, the country's biggest ever soccer game, played with a nation cheering from afar, but hardly anyone able to watch in person. The powerhouse Swedes struck first.
Looking dangerous, the ball in the middle, the opening goal!
Taking an early lead by getting a rare shot past Canadian goalkeeper Stephanie Lebay. In the second half, it was Sinclair, a playmaker in every way, drawing a foul to pave the way for this.
It's Fleming again!
I knew on our day that we could push as far as we could, and today the players just proved that, this group will run through a brick wall for their country.
For a game moved to the nighttime to avoid extreme heat and humidity, it still sure felt like a sauna in there, making it all the more grueling to endure 90 minutes of regulation, then another 30 minutes of extra time without a winner. And so to a penalty shootout they went. Kick after kick, again neither team could overcome the other. Canada teetering on the brink, with Lebay making key saves to keep them alive. Then it came to this.
Julia Grosso from Vancouver.
Julia Grosso, sudden death and the shot of a lifetime.
It's crazy because we work so hard for one another, and so just to do it, just like all the hard work has paid off.
The Swedes left stunned, thanks in no small part to the leadership of Canada's captain, playing her 303rd international game for the country.
There's a group of vets on this team that have been through a lot. We've both on the field, off the field. We're going to be best friends forever.
Team Canada came to this tournament with 2 past Olympic bronze medals, but they pledged to change the color this time. Few would have expected this color.
A gold medal ceremony that represents more than a win, but perhaps a new era for soccer in Canada. Thomas Dagg, CBC News, Yokohama, Japan.
And Canada's champion soccer squad also made history for who's on the team. 25-year-old midfielder Quinn, who came out last fall, is now the first openly transgender and non-binary athlete to win an Olympic medal. In their case, it just happens to be gold. Go big or go home, right? This is Quinn's second Olympics with Team Canada. Now that Team Canada has won Olympic gold, some say it is finally time there was a women's professional soccer league. And as Chris O'Neill-Yates tells us, there's lots of support for that idea, even if nobody's publicly putting their money behind it yet.
Chelsea Spencer hopes the young women she's coaching
1-2, 1-2
will one day get the chance to play pro soccer here in Canada.
I know the time and dedication it takes to be an athlete, and to be compensated for all that hard work is super, super important.
At St. Mary's University in Halifax, players see Canada's performance at the Olympics as a game changer.
And showing that we have the quality players here in Canada, I think will hopefully provide funding and support for that league here.
After the big win, team captain Christine Sinclair drove the point home hard.
If a gold medal and 3 Olympic medals doesn't do that, nothing will. So I think it's time for Canada to step up.
It is a major source of embarrassment, and it should be a major black eye for this country.
This sports journalist, who's covered the women's team for 20 years, says Canada should follow the lead of the U.S., Europe, and other countries with pro women's soccer leagues, even though mounting it in a pandemic will be challenging.
Potentially one of the obstacles to overcome here is that you have to sort of convince investors, whether it's from the private or public sector, to sort of commit long term, that they're going to have to be in this for the long haul and not see an immediate return on their investment.
Sophie Schmidt takes a deflection. Matheson!
Diana Matheson, retired from the playing field, is now part of a different team, one that's exploring how to build a pro women's soccer league in Canada.
This gold medal, I think, is just going to be the tipping point to tip this project over the edge. So very beginning stages, literally just planning, bringing the right people in the room, talking about it. I think 2022, we're bringing all the pieces together, and I think we could kick off in 2023. 1 foot in.
After today, an idea that had little success up to now in gaining traction might finally be moving a little farther up the field. Chris O'Neill-Yates, CBC News, Halifax.
Today's gold medal win was even sweeter for those who have helped pave the way. Former Team Canada goalkeeper Karina LeBlanc getting wrapped up in the moment. Coming up, my conversation with her about what it means for soccer in this country. Now, gold is glorious, but it's not the only precious medal Canada brought home today.
Look at the power. He's going to get there. It's Chepigai for gold and Mohamed for silver.
Ontario's Mohamed turned in a powerful run to take the silver in the men's 5,000-meter race this morning, posting a time of just under 13 minutes, blowing through the pack in the dying seconds of the race. He ran out of track before he could catch the leader, Uganda's Joshua Cheptegei, who took the gold.
Here comes DeGrasse. DeGrasse from 5th. At the finish, Canada gets bronze.
Andre DeGrasse had a definitive answer for those wondering if he would leave these games without one more medal. Nope. His last surge propelled Team Canada to bronze in the men's 4x100-meter relay, giving him 3 Olympic medals in Tokyo, including that 200-meter gold. DeGrasse has now won 6 Olympic medals overall. Well, more evacuations and more devastation in BC as another major wildfire grows and threatens communities. The White Rock Lake fire is burning between Vernon and Kamloops. It has already jumped over Highway 97 and burned homes in Monty Lake. Evacuation orders and alerts cover much of the surrounding area. Alert means get ready. Order means get out. And today, BC's public safety minister pleaded with people to do just that when they're told to evacuate. But as Katie Nicholson shows us, despite the dangers, not everyone is prepared to go.
Greedy flames devour trees and shoot upward into the reddened sky. Black smoke chokes the air. This was the fire that moved in on Monty Lake yesterday, taking with it homes.
Oh, sweet home.
Businesses, cars, all reduced to smoldering, sizzling ash. Despite the uncertainty and terror of the fast-moving fire, some defied evacuation orders. Sandra Pringle refused to leave her home in nearby Westwold last night.
I didn't sleep last night.
And if she crosses this barricade today, she won't be allowed back home.
They should have shut that fire down when it was small enough to manage.
That mistrust of the fire service strengthening her conviction to stay put and protect her own home. Today, BC's Minister of Public Safety targeted evacuation holdouts like her.
They are putting their lives at danger.
They are putting the lives of firefighters in danger. They are hindering efforts to get the very fire that they're concerned about under control.
This after he warned crews had to rescue stragglers from the fire zone last night.
Nobody got saved by anybody yesterday. Everybody was running for their lives, them included.
The clash comes as the White Rock Lake fire has become increasingly aggressive and volatile, pushed forward by strong gusts. Today, a sober assessment of how aggressive in Monty Lake.
The damage has been extensive, and for all I know, it may indeed have pretty much eliminated the whole community.
As helicopters dump water into the area's parched earth, Sandra Pringle remains resolute. She's not budging.
But I'm not going to leave unless they drag me out. And they're going to have a hard time dragging me out, I can promise you that.
And with that, another defiant, sleepless night in the evacuation zone.
Now, Katie, I understand you're standing at the roadblock on the highway. What is it looking like there right now?
You know, it's pretty smoky here again. Earlier today, it was so bad, I actually had to take my contact lenses out. There was a thick film that had sort of formed over it of particulate matter, which happens in a smoky zone. I just want to point out to you where we are. So this is the start of the roadblock, goes all the way to Kamloops, where a lot of the evacuees are. All the way down this end, this is Vernon. That's where the other evacuees are. Of course, there are people on this road back here behind me who are, you know, still expected to be on evacuation. They're expected to have left their homes. They haven't. They are staying here another night, and we are hearing of more evacuation orders, 600 of them, in fact, gone out just south of us here in the region.
All right, Katie Nicholson, thank you. Let's bring in meteorologist Johanna Wagstaff now. Johanna, it seemed like things got really bad really quickly for the White Rock Lake fire. What happened?
Asha, winds just really picked up yesterday evening and shifted direction. This was in advance of a low pressure system that we were hoping would bring more significant rain than it did to southern BC. Instead, we got the winds, and as the center of that low moved closer to the interior, the winds packed more tightly together, shifting from the north to the south, and that's what pushed the flames across the highway. The other thing that winds do is it dries out vegetation rapidly, so it makes the fire eat the vegetation, so to speak, more quickly. And with that, we continue to see hot conditions as well, Asha.
All right, so what is in store for this area over the next few days?
Well, luckily, that was one of two low pressure systems we were sort of hanging our hats on across BC. The second one set to move in across the BC interior for tomorrow night. We're pretty excited about it here in Vancouver. The first significant rain that we've seen in about 50 plus days. This should bring a good 5 to 10 millimeters to the interior. That does not sound like a lot, but that is, again, the most rain that they've seen in a long time. Even the dogs are happy out here. The showers, though, will come with cooler temperatures. That's also good news for the firefighters. And Asha, hopefully we can get all those raindrops out, because another heat wave is set to build in for the interior starting next week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, BC interior could be looking at 40-degree temperatures once again.
Glad to see the dogs having fun. Dog days of summer. Well, stay cool. We'll check in with you soon. Thank you.
Sounds good.
We're also watching the Dixie Fire tonight. That's burning through Northern California at an alarming speed. Last night, it exploded in size, surpassing Oregon's Bootleg Fire to become the largest wildfire burning in the U.S. right now. And it's expected to keep growing. On Wednesday, it consumed much of the town of Greenville, leaving it looking like this. Fiery destruction is also ravaging parts of Greece, threatening the site of the ancient Olympic Games and forcing thousands to flee their homes. Tessa Arcilla shows us more.
Apocalyptic scenes as intense wildfires continue to ravage parts of Greece for the fourth day. From the Peloponnese in the west near the site of the ancient Olympics to the island of Evia near Athens, amid the worst heat wave in 3 decades. Panicked residents evacuated their homes overnight with nowhere to go. Leave and go where, this resident asked, and let my house burn? In the fire's wake, burned homes and shattered lives. At least one person has died and thousands have been forced to flee. The Greek Prime Minister says his country is in the midst of an unprecedented environmental crisis. The worst is yet to come, he says. Help is on the way, with fire crews, water-dropping planes, helicopters and vehicles from France, Romania, Sweden, Israel and Switzerland en route.
I think what has really struck them this year is that the fires are in places that they don't normally see them, and they're burning and spreading much more quickly than they had seen before.
He adds that a new UN report to be released on Monday will draw clearer links between recent extreme weather events and climate change.
Now they are calculating that the risks of these events are now well outside natural variability and can only be explained through climate change.
As the relentless heat continues to fuel the inferno, affected residents survey the damage. Their lives, as they knew it, gone in a matter of minutes. Tessa Arcilia, CBC News, Brussels.
Back in this country, a surge of new COVID infections has prompted the BC government to order the immediate closure of bars and clubs in the central Okanagan region.
If you're in the Okanagan, the best thing you can do to get through these restrictions is to get vaccinated today.
Officials say unvaccinated people account for most of the new infections in this continuing uptick of COVID cases. New rules for masks were imposed 1 week ago. Now there are also restrictions on the number of people who can gather, and travelers are urged to stay away. In Ontario today, a big spike in COVID cases. 340 new infections reported, the biggest single-day jump in nearly 6 weeks. The 7-day average tends to give a more moderate picture of trends, but even that is the highest it's been in a month. On the flip side, more than 71% of Ontario's eligible population has now been fully vaccinated. Those numbers show a split in the province between those who have gotten both shots and the unvaccinated, who account for most new infections. Ellen Morrow looks into the possibility of vaccine passports to help those who followed health guidelines.
Ashley Martin's biggest fear is her salon being closed down again.
We don't know if our businesses are going to survive. So it's been really tough. And yeah, right now all we can do is keep trying.
Martin would have more peace of mind, she says, if Ontario had a vaccine passport system for non-essential services like hers.
If a vaccine passport would help be able to keep businesses open, especially if we do, potentially go into another wave, then, let's do it.
Fearing a fourth wave, Quebec announced a vaccine passport program yesterday, spurring a surge in first dose appointment bookings. The Ontario government is under growing pressure to do the same as cases trend upward and momentum in the vaccine rollout wanes.
If cases start to rise, if hospitalizations start to rise, if the healthcare system is getting threatened with being overwhelmed, and you want to keep things going, that's a potential option to do so.
So far, the province is resisting. Premier Doug Ford last month.
The answer is no. We aren't going to do it. We aren't going to have a split society.
But as the Delta surge worsens, vaccine passports are becoming more common. New York's takes effect next month. France made the move in July, prompting some protests but boosting the country's vaccination rate. In Ontario, nearly 20% of those eligible still haven't gotten a single dose. A worrisome number, says Dr. Zane Chagla.
The unvaccinated population is really going to drive healthcare demand. Really what we do today in terms of making sure we get people vaccinated, even that first dose for people, is going to define what happens in a few months in terms of our healthcare demand.
A specter hanging over Martin, making this appeal.
Everyone get vaccinated, and then we can get through this.
Ellen Morrow, CBC News, Toronto.
A vaccine passport is one way to know if someone is vaccinated. Another is to simply ask. It can be tricky, though, and lead to some awkward moments. But as Vicodopia shows us, there are calls for it to become the norm.
This children's hospital sees thousands of young patients yearly, many immunocompromised, and yet not all the staff have had their COVID shots. So can concerned parents demand whether their children will be treated by someone fully vaccinated?
Your vaccination status is personal health information, so our staff are not obligated to provide that information.
Whether it's appropriate to ask the question is still evolving.
We're now going to find ways to have conversations around our vaccine status.
This bioethicist says knowing a person's vaccine status helps us manage risk.
So I think we're moving into a realm where it is going to impact private relationships, because I think it's fair for you to be able to ask and for you to then use that information to either change your behaviors or to share that information.
Still, the subject can get awkward.
I've had some people get a little sensitive to it, like, you gotta stop bringing that up kind of thing.
Well, our son's unvaccinated, so we ask every single person possible whether they've been vaccinated.
I don't feel right asking people, like it's not my place whether they're vaccinated or not, so.
This epidemiologist encourages vaccinated people to speak up.
We need to normalize the issue of vaccine status or getting a vaccine. It should not be a secret. It should not be something like talking about your salary or about anything like that.
He says promoting their status with buttons, badges, or bracelets could also influence those on the fence to get the shot.
There's a nuance here. It is not about actually mandating vaccines in a general population. It is actually saying, if you want to do these things safely for yourself and particularly for everyone around you, you should be fully vaccinated.
Like so much of this pandemic, what's considered normal continues to change. Vic Adopia, CBC News, Toronto.
With the Taliban continuing to make gains in Afghanistan, today a new warning from the UN.
The war in Afghanistan has entered a new, deadlier, and more destructive phase.
Up next, what this means for those looking for refuge in Canada. Plus, inside the Green Olympics.
When you saw the podium on television at the Olympics, what did you think?
From those podiums to the medals, how Tokyo 2020 is promoting sustainability on the world stage. And later, the pandemic's toll on arcades.
I was reading the restrictions on what it looked for a restaurant and what it looked like for this, and I was like, I am not any of those things.
Why they weren't ready for it to be game over. We're back in 2. Welcome back. On Monday, fully vaccinated Americans will be able to enter the country without restrictions. But as Canada prepares to welcome new travelers, border service officers have started work to rule action across the country. Lines stretched for hours at some land crossings today as some 8,500 workers began job action. There are no picket lines, but agents are now performing only the minimum amount of work required by their contracts. Military police will not lay charges against Admiral Art MacDonald. This comes following a 6-month investigation into allegations of sexual misconduct by Canada's top military commander. The Canadian Forces National Investigation Service says it interviewed a large number of potential witnesses, but ultimately did not collect enough evidence to formally charge MacDonald. The Taliban has taken credit for today's public killing of the Afghan government's top communications officer. He's among dozens of public figures the extremist group has murdered to weaken the elected government. Carolyn Dunn shows how that chaos puts pressure on Canada.
The scene of an assassination that delivers a clear message. Dawa Khan Manapal was head of the Afghan government's media department, gunned down by Taliban extremists as punishment for spreading the viewpoint of the Western-backed Afghan government. Another public power play in a country that grows more unstable every day.
In the past weeks, the war in Afghanistan has entered a new, deadlier, and more destructive phase. The Taliban campaign to capture rural areas has achieved significant territorial gains. From this strengthened position, they have begun to attack the larger cities.
As U.S. troops draw down, the Taliban has been showing its might, ruthlessly killing Afghan civilians in its mission to gain control of territory it hasn't held in decades. The attacks defy any concern or commitment to peace talks.
These actions are not going to get them the legitimacy they seek. They do not have to stay on this trajectory. They could choose to devote the same energy to the peace process as they are to their military campaign.
Canada is under increasing pressure to quickly give refuge to those who worked in aid of its mission. For 9 years, Ahmed Popal ran a logistics company that aided NATO and Canada. He was killed by the Taliban in 2018. His family fled amid death threats in Afghanistan the following year, but now faces poverty and violent crime in Madagascar. They fear they've been forgotten.
We lost our father for helping Canada, and he lost her life for helping Canada, supporting Canada. Now it's time to they support us and help us.
It's not clear if the Popals will be granted refugee status, but Immigration Canada says its Afghan refugee program is well underway, noting the first group arrived in Canada this week. Carolyn Dunn, CBC News, Washington.
Up next, an historic win generating lots of reaction on and off the soccer field. Former Team Canada goalie Karina LeBlanc weighs in on today's gold and what's next for women's soccer. And Tokyo 2020 promised to be the greenest games yet, but what does that look like in reality? That's coming up.
Julia Grosso from Vancouver to win it for Canada.
An historic moment for a team and for a nation, but also a huge moment for Karina LeBlanc. Oh. And she has good reason to celebrate, part of a long legacy leading up to today. LeBlanc was a goalkeeper for Team Canada for more than 17 years, a bronze medalist at the 2012 Games. But even she realizes today's gold changes everything.
This game will change soccer and football in Canada forever.
The former Team Canada goalkeeper and our very own CBC Sports analyst for the Tokyo Games, Karina LeBlanc, joins me now. Karina, they did it. What went through your mind this morning when it happened?
I think everyone saw me lose my mind this morning.
Oh, yeah.
But it was just one of those things where, you know, these players wanted it for this country, and it was bigger than the medal. It was bigger than anything that we could even imagine, because they knew if they brought home gold this time, this would change the conversation in Canada. And, you know, already today I was walking through the streets in Toronto, and a little girl came up to me. She's freaking out, and she's like, oh my God, I watched the game, and I can't wait to win gold for Canada. This is what these players wanted, and this is what they've achieved. They're Olympic champions.
Wow, my heart. I can only imagine what that moment was like for you. As a former goalkeeper, though, for this team, what was it like watching the intense penalty shootout and the sudden death?
You know, the thing is, it's the chance to rise. It's the chance to do what you've dreamt of your whole life. You know, as a kid, you dream of these big moments, and Steph Labe, she dreamt of these moments, and she was able to perform not once but twice and throughout the entire tournament and come up with these big saves. And just watching her smile as it was happening, I think that's exactly what was happening. She was enjoying the moment, and I think Canada got to see a goalkeeper enjoy one of the most intense moments. But then, I mean, the way the team won this game, it's incredible. You know, they kept us up. They kept us excited. They waited till the very end, and now they're Olympic champions. And I think all of Canada can say that was an epic game.
Oh, for sure. What does it mean for women's soccer and the future, the next generation, like your daughter?
Okay, so you're bringing in the daughter. Good question. What it
She's
means
so
for her is that she now knows, I mean, if she chooses to play soccer, she now knows that that standard is high. You know, I think in 2012 when you won the bronze medal, it was, okay, this is the beginning. All the players before had led to that moment. 2016, back-to-back, okay, we're here. Now they've won that gold medal. Now it's an expectation, right? All Canadians know it's football, or as the world calls it, football, or soccer. That's one of our Canadian sports. And I think for that next generation, they can dream those dreams and know that it's a reality. But it's also a step forward that we can professionalize the game in this country. I'm head of women's football at CONCACAF. We have a whole new ecosystem playing more games. So I think it's just a domino effect of where this game's going to go. But most importantly, Canada's going to be at the top. And it's creating programs and development and just making this country know that we are here to stay. And what's it going to take? It's going to take all of us.
The conversation you said on Twitter, it's changed forever. So does this mean the possibility of a pro league?
It's a conversation we're all having. How do we professionalize this game? Because there's so many other countries that have it. We're a top team. Not only are we a top team, we're an Olympic champion team. So we have to grow that development. We have to have that next generation have pathways, places to play. You know, Canada, I believe, has the second highest registration. We've got to keep these young girls in the game, and we have to give them the opportunity to play at this highest level day in and day out. So that's definitely part of the conversation.
Absolute joy talking to you. Thanks so much, Karina.
Thank you.
Karina LeBlanc. Leading up to these games, organizers made a bold promise. They would be the greenest on record. Thomas Digg looks at where they've succeeded and where they may have fallen short.
With the world's eyes on Japan, this is the type of work meant to ensure what the world sees is eco-friendly. Hard to imagine, but these tiny pellets are made with recycled plastics. Harder still to guess what they've been turned into. People will think of recycled plastics not just as waste, he says, but as valuable resources. That could change the way people act. With 3D printers, crews produced 7,000 of these panels, assembled to make 98 Olympic podiums. The sign of victory, presented this time as a symbol of sustainability. Ryohei Yuasa and Tomoki Hiramoto were given 6 months for the design and development.
When you saw the podium on television at the Olympics, what did you think?
I did it. And I'm so proud to do this project.
Tokyo 2020 was promoted as the greenest games ever, with the Olympic Plaza made of borrowed timber to be later disassembled, sent back, and reused. Tokyo's Olympic Stadium is one of only 8 new permanent venues built for these games.
Because it's going to be used by this community for the next 50 years. No white elephant. There is no such thing anymore as white elephant.
Even the medals were forged from old donated electronics like cell phones.
It's the first time the Olympic flame in that cauldron is powered by hydrogen, which doesn't produce CO2. And while there have been many visible efforts towards sustainability, there have also been some oversights.
Consider the blurry images aired on Japanese TV showing some of the 4,000 meals made for volunteers and left uneaten.
Surplus food is not disposed, but recycled.
Gold medalist.
No matter the host country, organizers tend to plan games that are bigger and more spectacular than before. The result?
Data show that when looking at ecological, economic, and social dimensions over time, that sustainability is decreasing for the Olympics.
Fast experiment.
The data isn't out on Tokyo yet, but at the very least, this could get more people thinking about where their plastics end up. In this case, reused on the biggest stage in the world. Thomas Daigle, CBC News, Tokyo.
Still ahead, she scored the gold medal winning penalty kick. Now her family wants to know this.
Come to Vancouver for a gold medal party.
A moment they will never forget in our moment. But first, a closer look at the summer of the cicada. Welcome back. This summer has been a sobering display of nature's destructive power, from wildfires to tornadoes to crippling droughts. But it's also been a season of rebirth. Back in June, Paul Hunter showed us a rare spectacle in the eastern U.S.
From up in the treetops, they sing their song with their beady little red eyes, jet black shell, wings of gold, and a sex drive for the ages. They are, of course, cicadas. And throughout the eastern U.S. this springtime, they are everywhere. Collectively known as Brood X, emerging from underground once every 17 years, there are billions of them, maybe even a trillion. And man, are they noisy.
Here we are, Paul. We're in this beautiful landscape. As you can hear, the cicadas are chorusing in the treetops. A little noisy?
Very. Entomologist Mike Raup can't get enough of this stuff, underlining that for female cicadas, that deafening sound is the stuff of romance. The male cicada's mating call, 17 years in the making.
The way you do this is to sing loud and to sing long. If she likes it, she's gonna flick her wings, do a little dance, and then they're gonna hook up.
But for cicadas, time up here is short. After all those years underground, they're in a hurry to squirm their way out of their shell. Within hours, they change color and start climbing and climbing ever higher, looking for one thing, a partner. And before you know it, they're both just plain doing it. Anyhow, anywhere, anyway, and right in front of everyone. The catch, within a few weeks, they'll all die. The next generation won't do it again until 2038. The lesson? Enjoy it while you can.
Is this music to your ears?
Oh, I love this. How can you not love this?
You can touch it.
Likewise, say millions of Americans who've now fallen head over heels for these things.
You lead the way.
Outside Gaithersburg, Maryland, it's a big moment for the McMullen family.
Oh, there's lots over here.
They've come all the way from Utah just to see these things.
Here's one right here.
This is Roger McMullen when he lived in Maryland 17 years ago, the last time these bugs came out.
Kadeen, why don't you hold it on your arm? Can you hold it on your arm?
Now, he wants his kids to have that same experience. So it's a cicada vacation with Dean and Aurora, curious and fearless.
Jump, jump. Do they jump?
Most of the time.
Let's look at this one. This one is a female.
Oh, little one.
You want to leave the female ones alone?
As Roger sees it, cicadas represent billions of little bug-eyed lessons about the wonder of our world. He's even written a children's book on them.
They don't bite, they don't sting, they're not poisonous. I'm just delicious.
Can I take one?
Nature is very resilient and it's super cool. Being able to handle nature and see it and experience it and be in the sunshine is really important for kids.
And just to be clear, these things are not just in Maryland. This cohort of cicadas is spread throughout some 15 U.S. states. It's the largest get-together of its kind on the planet.
Being isolated, quarantined, and I felt like a total affinity with these bugs.
Karen Boyan lives up in Ohio. Laid off and housebound because of the pandemic, cicadas gave her an idea. She put pencil to paper and bet that Americans were ready for some cicada merch. Now she's in the t-shirt business, with her bug designs selling as fast as she can make them.
If the cicadas can be determined and persevere, I could do it too. I could push through these obstacles, It's like a renewal and like a fresh start.
But as it turns out, there's one more way cicadas are changing the way Americans think of bugs.
I think they're best when they're extra crispy.
Virginia's Elise Harris, a fitness coach and TV chef, has been cooking up a cicada storm.
So you're going to add your cicadas to the olive oil?
Her tip for first-timers? Before we saute, they're freeze-dried, so they shrink. She pulls off the wings, chops off the heads, and tosses in shallots and spice.
It doesn't look like we're cooking bugs either.
Right. The more flavor you add, the less it looks like a bug. I mean, I'll get you some cicada sushi if you want.
No. This is
let's
baby steps.
Elise can make cicada tacos, cicada pasta, but for us,
So we're gonna mash up our avocado.
it's going to be avocado toast with cicada topping.
You got them perfect. They're nice and crispy.
And wouldn't you know it, that cicada topping smells cicada-licious.
I never thought I'd say this, but my mouth is salivating.
They're also super healthy, and they've become the I Dare You snack of the year.
You're so excited, you can't hide it.
You know, they look like mushrooms almost.
But how do they actually taste?
Wow. Oh, it's really tasty.
Thank you. I've kind of mastered it.
And so it is in the waning days of COVID. Americans have found a noisy, tasty distraction. And look, don't worry if you miss them. It'll take another 17 years, but they'll be back. Paul Hunter, CBC News, outside Washington.
Taking one for the team, Paul. Up next, a look at a business hard hit by the pandemic, now hoping for a comeback.
I've had people thanking me up and down for hanging on, for doing what we're doing.
How these arcade bars survived the lockdowns and why they're ready to welcome you back. Before the pandemic, indoor entertainment venues like arcade bars were growing in popularity, but lockdowns left them with no choice but to shut their doors. Now, as restrictions lift, they're slowly opening up again. Talia Ricci spoke with a couple of owners about the challenges of reopening their unique businesses.
So in the 80s, they were huge, and in the 90s, they went away. And then in the 2010 and on, they started to sort of bounce back. Then it just became a huge idea of just being able to play a ton of games and have drinks available.
They're the flashing lights and sounds that bring people on a trip through time. But when the pandemic hit, local arcade bars wondered if it was game over.
I was reading the restrictions on what it looked for a restaurant and what it looked like for this, and I was like, I am not any of those things.
You can't sell an experience for takeout. It doesn't work. We're very much a type of business that people need to be inside. It's one of those things where it's not a common business model. There's only a handful of arcade bars, but we kind of fell through the cracks.
But both of these businesses stuck it out. A loyal customer even started a GoFundMe to help Cabin Fever survive. But since reopening, there are some elements of the experience they say aren't quite the same.
It's so small, and I didn't really think about the idea of having 800 square feet with 14 arcade games and my small capacity, what that would look like when I got to reopen.
Right now we're doing table service up front. We have our arcade area where we're standing right now. I can't let people walk around with drinks.
Despite these challenges, both say they've been pleasantly surprised with the number of customers eager to come back.
Being closed for 8 months, we have a large regular base. They were very, very excited to get through the door. Pinball, classic video games, it's a completely different experience. In a pinball machine, you've got a whole world under that glass, and you have to manipulate it yourself.
I think if they come once and they come a second time, it means that they felt that that first experience was a good, safe one. Just being able to have a beer and play games, and I think it just brings you back kind of to what it felt like when you were 10 years old.
I'm off to a good start.
And they have high hopes that nostalgic joy will persevere post-pandemic.
I've had people thanking me up and down for hanging on, for doing what we're doing. That's why I do this. People come here to have fun. It puts a smile on my face.
Talia Ricci, CBC News, Toronto.
After the break, a look at Julia Grosso's gold-winning kick for Team Canada and her family watching back home.
Oh, they're ecstatic, happy, really loud. It just exploded when she scored.
We catch up with the Olympic medalist and her family next in our moment. This morning, soccer fans across Canada were at the edge of their seats as our women's team faced Sweden in a penalty shootout to decide who would win gold. After midfielder Julia Grosso shot a penalty kick that left Canada victorious, screams of joy erupted across this country and in her family home in BC. Her father caught up with the athlete over video chat as she gushed about her new medal. And tonight, it is...
A little bit nerve-wracking, but I am calm, right? But when that ball went in, it was exciting.
Amazing! I'm on top of the world. I'm just sweating right now because right after the game we had to put on these outfits, so I'm sweating, but I'm happy. I just tried so hard to not think about it too much because when I do, I stress myself out. So I just thought of it as a normal game for a split second. I cannot describe it. I will never forget that moment ever. It was the best moment of my whole life. And I just remember my dad always telling me, he's like, it's a pass to the corner. So that's what I thought in my head.
To me, it's always, I'm positive, just shoot, score, pick a corner and just shoot. And she did, but she did well under pressure. Very proud of her. Her dream was always, Dad, I want to play for Canada. I'm really happy. This is for Canada. They deserved it. Just exploded when she scored.
And when talking about the legacy of Christine Sinclair, Julia says she really looked up to her growing up and was even a ball girl for one of Sinclair's games. Her other role model, Portuguese footballer and superstar Cristiano Ronaldo, even picking the lucky number 7 for her jersey in his honor. That is The National for August 6th. I'm Asha Tomlinson. Good night. Good evening. I'm Asha Tomlinson.